Hey, friends, welcome back to another episode of Hanging Out for a Living, where we shine a light on people whose gifts, grit, and goodness make this world a little bit brighter. Today, I get to introduce you to someone who is not only an incredible realtor, but also a treasured friend of mine, Laurie Enos with Keller Williams Greater Rochester, and that's Rochester, New York.
Yes.
Yes. Lori brings over 7 years of experience in real estate, and she combines marketing innovation with unmatched care. And yes, she really does do everything but the packing.
Yeah, I do.
So let's jump in and get to know the heart behind the work. Lori, welcome to Hanging Out for a Living.
Thanks, Teresa. It's a pleasure to be here. It really is. I love you.
I love you too. Your tagline, I do everything but the packing. Let's face it, makes people smile instantly, right? What
Right.
does that really mean in terms of how you show up for your clients and the level of service you're known for?
Well, I love helping. I think one of the things I love about this job is I get to help people. And that is, being a service industry, I
Sure.
get to do that. So everything but the packing is pretty much true. I've gone in for my sellers, I help stage their houses. And sometimes when we've got pictures coming, photographer coming in for pictures, I'm making beds, picking up wet towels, throwing dishes in dishwashers. I do that. I bring my clients, if they need them, boxes. I've got a couple liquor stores that I sounds like I'm an alcoholic, but I'm not.
No,
Just I made friends with the people because I buy wine as gifts, and I take boxes from them to give to my clients for packing because
sure.
they've got the little inserts which are great for glasses or
Oh,
faces or stuff.
definitely. Yeah.
But they're pretty sturdy boxes. So I try and help my clients as much as I can, whether they're buying or selling.
That's
Definitely,
huge because it's stressful regardless.
it
It's so
can be.
stressful. It can
Mhm.
be.
That's
And
part of my job is to make it not as stressful. There's
sure.
some times where, you see me gliding along like a swan on the water, and that my feet are going
Oh,
underneath
yeah.
because my clients don't need to know a bunch of the stuff that's going on. I
Right.
tell them afterwards when it's all settled. Um, I had one client that they bought a house that had been a flip, and the company that bought it, it had been a foreclosure,
Yeah.
owed $8,000. It was owed taxes on it,
Oh,
$8,000. They
okay.
didn't pay that. Luckily, I have some really great real estate attorneys that I refer my clients to. So this one particular attorney, Gary Canales from Block and Longo, he caught this. I don't think a regular, just an everyday attorney that does general practice,
Sure.
that does real estate once in a while would have caught this. But he called me and said, we're holding off on closing for a day or two until those taxes get paid. I'm like, they owe 8,000. That's the first word out of somebody's mouth when they go for foreclosures. What are the taxes? What are the
Yeah.
back taxes? Right.
Right.
So this guy knew he was just going to wait until it closed and then let my clients have to deal with that. That wasn't happening. So I try to protect my clients as much as possible and using the right partners for them. I've been in the
Absolutely.
business long enough. I've got some great partners in this business, like real estate attorneys, some great home inspectors, even though home inspections aren't a thing still.
Still, exactly. So that's a great segue into our second question. And you've been in real estate for over 7 years now.
Mhm.
What originally inspired you to choose this industry? And what was the moment when you knew, hey, this is where I'm meant to be?
I've always been fascinated with real estate.
Mhm.
Um, my ex-husband, unfortunately, wasn't going to be the supportive person that I needed to be a realtor when I was married to him with children. And then when I had my kids, when I was divorced, as a single mom, I needed a steady income with insurance for my kids.
Sure.
So it had to wait. So I stayed in corporate and marketing, um, and worked my butt off doing that. And then I started my own marketing firm with a friend, and one of my clients was a realtor, and I was helping her out, and it just clicked. And I next thing I knew, I was on her team, and then I became a solo agent after I had learned enough to go out and spread my own wings, right? So, and it was just something I've always wanted to do. And no matter what age you are, you can do whatever your dreams
I agree.
whatever your
Absolutely.
dreams are, go do it.
Absolutely. Great advice.
Yeah, all my girlfriends are retiring and I'm starting a new career and they're all going, "What are you nuts?" I have a lot of energy and I like to keep busy. This is my heart. I love, love, love finding playing a matchmaker, basically, finding the
Right.
right house for my clients. So yeah,
Absolutely. So you love what you do, which means you don't work a day in your life, right?
no, 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 not at all. There are some days. Oh my God,
Oh, I
yes.
know. I know. So, you know, Lori, you're not just a realtor. You're also a marketing expert and a speaker. How does your background in marketing shape the way you help buyers and sellers stand out in today's competitive market?
Well, for my sellers, I can market them with really great ads on Facebook and making sure that I've got the best photographer for their property to make sure the pictures shine. The job of our photographers is to make you want to come in and look at the house, you
Right.
know. And even I've been fooled by some photographer pictures where the house looks fabulous and you get there and like, oh, that side of the kitchen is great, but this side is a hot mess. But they only took a picture of the nice side, right? So you
Right.
don't know until you get there.
Right.
But I use really good photographers. I make sure that I have complete marketing materials for my clients. Just starting out, I have a folder for buyers and a folder for sellers that's chock full of information on what to expect. There's a quiet period when the house is between when the house is sold and when it actually closes.
Right.
And you don't hear from me that often, but you will hear from me because I will be poking the bank and then poking the attorneys. Do we have mortgage commitment? Do we have a clear to close? When are we closing? Closing date is an estimated date. It's never,
Right.
the mortgage commitment date is written in stone. It's an estimate, even though the contract says estimated closing date.
Okay.
So we try and get that as close to that date as possible so they know they can hire movers and all that stuff. So my marketing is a lot of social media for my business as well as for my clients' houses. I target the house to the market because some houses are definitely a family house. If you've got a 4 or 5 bedroom house, I'm not
Sure.
targeting it to people 55 and over. They're looking to downsize to
Right.
a 2 bedroom townhouse like I have. So I can tweak those things in Facebook and target my audience. So I know how to do that very easily. So, and it's fun and I love it. I combines my love of marketing with my love of real estate, and it's just like the perfect world for me.
Absolutely. And your creativity I've seen some of your work in that, and your creativity is absolutely amazing
Well, thank
in
you.
how you do that. You know, we touched on this a little bit about real estate can be stressful for buyers and sellers, right? And so you said a little bit about what's one thing you wish more people knew that would make the process smoother, maybe more enjoyable, or maybe even a little fun.
Talk to a realtor when you start thinking about either selling or buying before you're ready to even go do that. Right now, I have a few houses that my clients are thinking about selling in the spring. And
Okay.
so I've been over there, I've done my walkthrough, told them, okay, you need to fix this, get rid of this, paint this, whatever they need to do, they need to get the house ready for the market. You'll get more money if, and I explained it to them. Basically, you'll get more money if you do this, if you do
Right.
that. And not meaning redo the bathroom or put a new kitchen in, but maybe
Sure.
new knobs on the kitchen
Ah,
cabinets,
okay. Yeah,
things like that, or getting rid of some clutter. Because
sure.
putting your boxes in the garage and it looks like you're moving, that's a good sign. Because I've actually had a house where my clients had an offer accepted in the afternoon. At 10 o'clock at night, I got a call from the real estate agent, from the listing agent, saying my client changed his mind. He's not selling the house.
Ooh,
So at 10:15, I had to call my clients and tell them, that house you just bought today, you don't have it. And I remember walking around that house thinking, man, if this guy's moving, it doesn't look like he's moving. So
uh,
it's always a good sign to me when I see moving boxes in the garage. So I tell people, we don't take pictures of the garage. It's a garage, right? So put your boxes out there. Don't worry about it. Put that extra piece of, that extra couch in the garage because it's taking up space in your living room. You want it
right.
nice and spacious. And the
Exactly.
same with buyers. Meet with me so I can start setting up a search for you, but I can connect you with the right mortgage broker because I have a lot of mortgage brokers that are fabulous. And it depends on what their needs are. They may be eligible for some of the programs that the state has, like Dream Loan or Sony May, which is income dependent.
Okay.
And banks will do that. Other clients I would send to premium mortgage because they're kind of like the gold standard here. So I try and match make my clients for that too. So if you go get pre-approved and you've met with me and we've had a discussion about what you want, when I find something that, and I'll set you up a search, but sometimes I'll find something that, it just comes across my screen. It's like, ooh, this is perfect for them. What do you think? There's an open house. Do you want to go to that, or do you want me to come take you to a private tour, or both? You know?
Right, right.
So yeah, if they start early and we have a process and we have a plan and we try and do a game plan. We talk about what's okay, you're approved for 400,000, but
Sure.
you only want to spend three. That's fine. Then we aren't going to look at $300,000 houses because in our market in Rochester, New York, you're going to be paying more than what asking is. So we're going to be looking at 225, 250 houses. And you may end up going to 310, but it depends on how much you love it. And it's your decision, not mine.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. Definitely. Now, Lori, during these hanging out for a living segments, I usually do like 4 questions, but I had to throw in a 4.5.
Okay.
Okay. So, and I knew I could do that with you. So, and just for a little heart, what's been one of the most meaningful client stories or moments in your real estate career so far? One of those, this is why I do what I do moments.
Do you know what? I've had a lot of those
I,
because I've
mhm.
been so blessed. A lot of my clients become my friends. Like I go to the baby shower, or I go to the wedding, or I
Oh
go,
yeah.
you know, we hang out. We go out to dinner once a month. And I love that. And some clients just, it's a transactional thing and they're just off on their own and I never see them again, which is sad.
Yeah.
But that's their personalities and that's okay. Um, I had one clients that set of clients that just this summer they were getting married. Why these young couples are nuts? They're getting married and they're buying a house all in the same month. I know. I'm like,
Oh
oh, not
my.
the pressure. I've done that with a number of young clients, but
Wow.
these kids were so stinking cute. And we'd been looking, and there was a house that was for sale that was under contract, but it was conditional on the buyer selling their house. Excuse me.
Mhm.
So we went and looked at the house anyhow, and they had just reduced the price on this house. And I think that's when it sold, and probably at the lower price. So we could still buy it. We just had to give them 72 hours to sell their house, which they didn't.
Yeah.
So I was able to get the house for my clients at the original asking price, which was still a really good deal. So they've got this gorgeous 3-bedroom colonial on a nice huge lot in Greece, and they're happy as can be. So to me, those are the things that I love,
Absolutely.
when I just have my clients come through with their family or their kids, and they're, for the final walkthrough, and they got that excitement and joy about this is our new home. This is going to be my bedroom. It's that kind of stuff. And I love it when the kids go running through the house and they pick it up their bedroom. It's,
It's
yeah,
It's great. And
yeah.
Lori, I've known you for many years, and I can see where you're like a magnet for your clients to stick around you and because they may upgrade, they may downgrade. They have friends and family that they refer to you, and
Yep.
I can see why they do that. I can
All of my
absolutely
business this year has been referrals. I don't
wonderful.
pay for leads. Everybody is giving me a referral, or one of my clients is, you know, downsized or upsized,
Sure.
um, or they've given me their mom or their sister or their kid. Um,
Absolutely.
I was very honored to have one of my mortgage brokers have me help her niece find a house. I'm like,
See,
wow, you know a million agents and you picked me. Thank you.
I'm not surprised. I am not surprised.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. But I just kind of love what I do. And
I can
I guess it
tell.
shows,
It
right?
radiates, absolutely.
Yep.
So, Lori, thank you so much for hanging out with me today.
I'll
I'm
hang out with you anytime,
Thank
Teresa.
you. And I just adore you. You bring heart, experience, creativity, and pure enthusiasm to every client
Thanks.
you serve, and it really shows. And
Thank
to
you.
everyone watching, if you want a realtor who truly does everything but the packing,
Yeah, I
brings
draw
a
the line.
whole and brings a whole lot of heart to the journey. Laurie Enos is your girl. I'll drop her links below so you can connect with her and to learn more. And thanks for tuning in to Hanging Out for a Living. If this conversation inspired you, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and if you want to share it with someone who might enjoy this, please do so. I encourage you to do that. So until next time, keep hanging out with the people who lift you higher, like my friend Laurie. Bye, everybody. Bye, Laurie.
Bye, Teresa. Thank you.
Thanks.